So the first task I want to talk to you a little bit about is eating disorder voice versus healthy voice. Now I know for many of you who've been in treatment before, you've probably done this exercise ad nauseum. You're like, I don't want to do it anymore. It takes so much time. But it's really, really helpful. And the reason that I've made this the first task is because I believe that at all stages of our recovery, this is something that we should come back to, revisit, do it again, because it changes. Because like I've said before, eating disorders are shapeshifters. They can come in looking one way and tell us one thing, get us to believe one way. Then they come back and they try to tell us something else, right? So it can be very helpful to revisit this over and over again. Some of you are thinking, what are you talking about? I've never done this before at all. And what I mean by eating disorder voice versus healthy voice is that when your eating disorder is at its loudest, when it's just screaming in your head, you can't even think, you can't focus, you can't do anything else but think about what it's telling you to think about or do what it's telling you to do. This is when you need to get a piece of paper and try to do this the best you can. You split the paper down the middle. On one side, eating disorder voice, on the other side, healthy voice. So the eating disorder voice will probably be the easiest to do. All the things it's telling you, you're worthless, you're fat, you're stupid, shame on you for feeling this way or that way, or it could tell you all sorts of things. It might even be comparing you to other people. I know a lot of us do comparison. Her thighs are so much thinner than my thighs, blah, 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 blah. Write it all down. Write what it's telling you. I know sometimes you feel like your hand can't move fast enough and there's too much. Just try to capture as much as you can. Okay, so we've done the eating disorder voice. You probably filled up like 5 pages by now. We're gonna go on to the healthy voice. And this is where it gets a bit harder. For each thing that your eating disorder tells you, so let's say the main thing that it's telling you is you're stupid, okay? In the healthy voice, I want you to argue back. I went to college, I'm not stupid. I have tons of friends who like my advice and ask me for support. I'm obviously not stupid. They wouldn't ask a stupid person for advice. Whatever you can come up with. This is gonna be the most difficult. And if you find yourself at a loss for words or for things to talk back to it, think what I would say. Think what your therapist would say. Or what would your best friend say if they heard someone talking to you the way your eating disorder is talking to you? That can be really helpful. Sometimes it helps to externalize it at first until we can make the healthy voice our own. Does that kind of make sense? So the reason that I think this is so helpful is it's kind of a weird connection I've made, but in relationship therapy, like let's say I'm doing couples therapy, they always say for every one bad thing that's said to another person, you have to do 5 good things to equal it out. A 5-to-1 ratio means a happy, healthy relationship. So what are we doing? We're building a relationship with ourselves, right? We want to have a happy, healthy relationship with ourselves. So truthfully, I would like to slowly work towards 5 good for every 1 bad. To me, that would mean that you're pretty much in recovery and you're working really hard and you're doing really well, right? So we'll slowly get there. Remember, it's not black and white. This isn't all or nothing. I don't expect you to talk back to every one of these, but just make the list. And when you find your eating disorder screaming really loud, sit down, jot these down, and try to talk back to it as best you can.